guys, it's Eddie the Magic Monk. I'm now going to try to update my Windows from Windows 10 to Windows 11, and I'm going to show you how to do it because I've come across some obstacles and I guess a lot of you might run into the same thing. So you can see this is Windows 10 because the start button is on the bottom left. In Windows 11 the start button is actually in the middle. So let's search for update. Just search for update. Okay, and then you will see it says check for updates. Let's click on that. Now, even though it says you are up to date here, if you look to the right, it tells you this PC does not meet, doesn't currently meet the requirements to run Windows 11. So it says get the details and see if there are things you can do in the PC Health Check app. So I'm going to click on that and just see what it tells you. So it says download the PC Health Check app. So let's just, where did it go? I shouldn't have maximized it. What's going on? Download the PC Health Check app. Okay, so it's downloading. It's downloaded an MSI file right at the bottom left. So let's click on that. Okay, just see what it tells us about what we have to do in order to upgrade to Windows 11. And you really want to do this, I guess, pretty soon because I've heard that it might cost money later on. So PC Health at a glance, it says my computer is 4 years old already, which is pretty crazy. It seems like yesterday when we changed the motherboard and CPU and all that stuff. But so let's click on check now and see what happens. Doesn't meet the Windows 11 system requirements, and it says the PC must support secure boot. And it says TPM 2.0 must be supported. Okay, so two things. The PC must support secure boot. So let's check that out. And it says TPM 2.0. So remember these two things. So let's click on that. More about enabling secure boot. And the other one was more about enabling TP 2.0. So let's keep these two windows open and work on them. Okay, so the first one, Windows 11 Secure Boot. So how do we do it? Secure Boot is an important security feature to access these settings. So we need to follow our PC manufacturer's documentation, and we need to go into the BIOS settings or UEFI settings, Unified Extensible Firmware Interface settings. Okay, so to get into those settings and to make changes to enable this secure boot and to enable this TPM 2.0, what does it say? TPM, Trusted Platform Module 2.0. So we need to now look for how to enable these things so we can run Windows 11. And again, it's also managed in the BIOS settings. Okay, so how will we find these settings in our computer? All right, how do we find these settings in the computer? And we're basically now going to look for it in our user manual for the motherboard. But where is the motherboard? Where is the motherboard for our computer? So, I mean, what sort of motherboard do we have? So the tool that I'm going to use, which I've already downloaded, but you can easily Google it, is called HWInfo. Okay, I suggest you download this program just by Googling it, HWInfo. Okay, you can Google this program, you can just download it. And basically what it does, if I run the 64-bit version and I run it, it just tells you what sort of motherboard, what sort of CPU, RAM, everything that you have. Okay, so you can see right here that it tells me I have a ASRock B365M-HDV motherboard. Okay, so now I can copy that. Okay, I'm going to paste it into here, into Google, and it's going to tell me everything about it. Okay, so let's go into this first link that pops up. That's not an ad, so that's my motherboard. That looks like it. And if you go to support, manual, user manual, English, global, okay, download the user manual, and here's the user manual, and hopefully this is now going to explain everything for us. So let's search for secure boot. Control F, secure boot, secure boot. Use this item to enable or disable support for secure boot. Okay, so where is that? This is in the security screen. So this is called TPM, the second feature. So let's search for that, TPM, and see what it does. TPM. Okay, so it's in the same thing. Okay, Intel platform, trusted technology. Basically, now we have all this information. I'm just going to restart the computer. Restart the computer and see what happens. Okay, and remember what it said. We're going to press the delete key at the starting screen to get into the BIOS settings. So press delete on your keyboard. You can hear the sound of me pressing it. I just keep pressing delete on the keyboard. Okay, there you go. It's in here. Advanced mode. Okay, so I clicked on advanced mode, click on security, and then what was it? Security, secure boot, enable. Secure boot can be enabled when system in user mode. So we need to repeat operation after enrolling platform key. So let's go back. Let's enable that. And then let's see if we can enable this. Okay, so now I know when things like this happen, you think there's something missing in your knowledge, but most of the time it's actually that the people who made this are not communicating to you very well what you need to do. So it says, let's just try and follow it. Okay, so it says that it can be enabled when system in user mode. Repeat operation after enrolling platform keys. So let's try and enroll in some user mode and keys and all that. Okay, so let's try this. Install default secure boot keys. Yes. Okay, and then let's try this again. Secure boot enabled. Okay, done. Secure boot is enabled. So now let's go back to the previous page. So we've enabled the Intel platform trust technology. We've enabled secure boot. Let's now go to the main menu. Okay, and let's exit. Save changes and exit. Yes. Okay, so let's now log in and see if it enables us to install Windows 11. Well, it's raining heavily outside. Not sure if you can hear it. Does not currently meet the minimum system requirement. Why is it saying this? Check now. Still, one of them is gone. It still says I didn't put secure boot. So I found some more information on this website called nerdschalk.com, and you can see here that it basically says the same thing, but there's a command you can run called msinfo32. So let's run that, and let's just have a quick look. msinfo32. And if you run that, you will see there is a line under the where is it? Platform role desktop. Secure boot state is still unsupported. If we run disk management, okay, you can type all that in, but it basically opens up this program here. If you run disk management, okay, and this is what this part of the article was saying. If you run disk management and you right click on your main hard drive and go to properties, and then you go to volumes, and you will see this partition style. If the partition style is MBR, if it says MBR, it won't work. Okay, MBR is not going to work with the newer method of booting. Okay, so we need to change that. So we're going to have to type CND to get into command prompt, and we're going to click on run as administrator, get that open. Okay, and then we need to type this command in. Okay, I'm just going to copy and paste that so I don't get it wrong, but it's mbr2gpt.exe/convert/allow full OS. And what this is going to do is it converts the partition style to say GUID partition table instead of master boot record. So let's press enter. Okay, so we are we'll let it convert and see what happens. What's it saying? Conversion completed. Okay, try and remember this line here. Failed to update reagent.xml. Please try to manually disable and enable WinRE. Okay, so we need to memorize what that says because that could be important to us. And then, but let's read the partition. Let's read this partition again. Properties. And then go to volume. It now says GUID. Okay, so now let's restart the computer. Restart the computer again. And let's see if we can turn off that old mode of booting. Okay, so press delete at the start. Okay, so go to advanced mode, boot, compatibly support module. Okay, so this is going to make it boot using the UEFI method of booting. So let's exit, save changes. Will it let us do that? Okay, it's let us boot actually. It's probably the best it's ever done. msinfo. Secure boot state is on. This is on. It said unsupported before. Check. Great news. Windows 11 is coming soon. Okay, at least it now says that I meet the Windows 11 requirements now. I started a live chat by clicking on Get Help, and in the live chat, the Microsoft support told me that if the health check app shows that you're eligible, run the Windows 11 Update Assistant to update your computer to Windows 11. So let's try this. So it says download and run the Windows Update Assistant file. Okay, so I've got this link. I will obviously copy and paste the link in the description. So it says download Windows 11, download Windows 11 Assistant. So let's download now. All right, there's an assistant file that's 4 megabytes. So let's run that. Opening, yes. Let's run that. Install Windows 11. Accept and install. It's fine to keep using your PC, % complete. Okay, so let's wait for that. So I went to sleep, obviously, because I have to at the end of the night. And then the next day I woke up, because I turned my computer off, it still went into Windows 10. So, however, if I notice that if I go into search and I go to updates, check for updates, it now says that this PC can run Windows 11. So at least I got that message fixed. But now what I wanted to do is I want to have Windows 11 already. So I'm going to run the installation assistant again, accept and install again, and just see. It seems like it's going a lot quicker than last time. Alright, so even though I turned it off and restarted it, it seems to go a lot faster than last time. So let's see what happens all the way to the end. Okay, so now I guess I am super close. Your PC needs to restart to install Windows 11. Let's restart now. You're about to be signed out. Okay. Close. Reboot it. Reboot my computer and give me Windows 11. Come on. Okay, so I have restarted the computer and it's asking for my PIN, which is the same PIN as before. So now it says that I have Windows 11, I'm guessing. So let's go through that first bit together. This might take a few minutes. Don't turn off your PC. Come on, I just want to see it say Windows 11. Okay, so finally you can see that it has started Windows 11, and the cool thing is it's still got all the apps that I installed before. So it's still got Discord, it's still got the VPN, it's got everything. Okay, OneDrive, everything is still here, but it has been upgraded to Windows 11. Okay, so Windows 11. And you can see that's the start button here. This start button here means that it's Windows 11. Okay, so I basically did everything just to get that start button. Get the start button moved over here, right? From down here to over here. That's this whole thing just for that. Okay, now obviously, hopefully there's some other features, but there's multiple desktops. That's cool. Widgets. Chat, I'm guessing this is Microsoft Teams. Okay, so what's in chat? Is this Teams? Microsoft Teams. Alright, so yep, that's Windows 11 for you. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.